Oh no. Corey.
What?
It's Corey. Corey!
What happened?
I think it's safe to say that something is wrong with the Suburban engine. There we go. Ta-da! She's a lot lower now. Alright, I got the spark plug out, so go ahead and just get all that out of there. And I look over and it's just like steaming out of the passenger side of the hood. Turns out that my my relay for the E-fans, yeah, the wire like frayed and stopped working. Alright, so a lot of you guys don't know, but I actually started selling a bunch of the extra car parts that I have because I decided that it would be probably a good idea to prioritize buying something that I can tow vehicles around with. Because yeah, I mean, there's nothing more inconvenient than having to go and do something and not having access to like a truck and a trailer. I just missed out on a Cressida, like a $700 complete Cressida. It didn't run, but it was complete with an engine because I didn't have a way to get it. And I just can't have that. Well, bought this Suburban right here, like 2.5, 3 months ago for $1,000. It's a 2500 with a 6.0, a 4L80, and 4x4.
That fixed so we can tow some stuff.
So here I am getting ready to start, and as soon as I get ready to start, here come the distractions.
No, motivation.
He wants me to do tires. What does that have to do with the Suburban?
That take 5 minutes.
It's alright, I'm just playing. Let me start this thing up though.
Starter.
Alright, let's see if she's got enough juice. I just want to move it over to the other side so I don't have to keep walking across the median. Nice. Took a little bit longer, but she's on now, so let's get it moved over to the other side. So I haven't worked on very many Chevy vehicles. I think I put together like an LQ9 block a couple years ago, but honestly, it looks pretty simple, so I'm just gonna dig in. I'm just gonna take off the upper shroud, the fan shroud, the intake, basically just get access to the radiator so I can pop it out. I'll drain all the fluids, like the transmission fluid, into a bucket and just put it back in so I keep the right amount. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm making some good progress. I got the new AC Delco water pump on. I got the new thermostat in, new AC Delco hose, new radiator. I got the transmission and the oil cooler lines all hooked up. So now it's time to just kind of put everything back together. I'm gonna throw on the serpentine belt, tighten on the clutch fan, and then yeah, I can put the shrouds back in and then get the last hose on and start to bleed this thing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Once this is done, then this thing should run good and I can start, you know, towing my own things around. Alright, well, we got some bad news. We went ahead and started up the Suburban and let it run. The thermostat opened, and then after about 15 minutes of running, it like vomited out a huge bubble of exhaust gas from the reservoir. So I think it's safe to say that something is wrong with the Suburban engine. It's not a big deal though. I'm not really worried about it. I still only paid $1,000 for it, so it's still like we're still in the green here. I went ahead and I replaced like the radiator, the water pump, the upper and lower cooling hoses, the thermostat, all that fun stuff, because the old radiator had a bunch of gunk in it, and I thought that was creating the back pressure in the system. It was definitely part of the problem, but it wasn't the complete problem. So now that the whole new coolant system is in, after about 10 minutes of running, it starts, you know, burping exhaust gases out of the coolant reservoir, which more than likely means that the old 6.0 needs head gaskets. So today, I'm going to be removing the wire harness, the intake manifold, the headers, and then taking off the heads. That's all I'm trying to get done today. I'm going to take the heads, I'm going to send them off to a machine shop, and then in a couple weeks, whenever they get done with them, I'll get them back. I'll get all the gaskets that I need, new head bolts, and I'll put it all back together and hope for the best. Fortunately, anything with an LS, LQ, LK, it's extremely easy to work on. They're very user-friendly, very simple. So yeah, this shouldn't be too difficult. I really don't have to take apart too much to get the heads off. And with LS's and any of the engines in that family, you don't even have to dig into the timing stuff to like remove the cylinder heads. So that's gonna make things pretty simple. All you really have to do is like unclip the main harness, take that off, take off your intake, and then you can take off all your coil packs on the, you know, the thing that they attach to. And then from there, you just gotta drop the headers. And these headers actually have new hardware on them, so I'm not gonna have to fight with hardware. And then once you drop the whole exhaust down, the head should just slip right off with no issues. Alright, I got all the valleys of the intake cleaned out. There's no more leaves and acorns in there. Got the harness disconnected, and I just went ahead and removed all the 8mm bolts holding the intake to the engine itself. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out and then get to work on the headers. Got the intake off, and Andrew's taking off the coil pack brackets right now. Meet Andrew. This is my neighbor. He's a LS expert. He works on these all the time, and he couldn't help but to get involved considering he watches the content. So now he's going to be in the content. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
People never know what to do when you stick a camera in their face, but he's helping me out today. We've been talking about doing this for a while, and we're getting it done. So I'm about to pull off the other head right here. I had to pry this header away with a pry bar, but with that done and all the head bolts out, now I can go ahead and remove this. Tried to do it on camera, but this is my gimbal, so I can't really like prop it up anywhere. There we go. All right, I got it out. So now I'm gonna take these over to the machine shop and get them decked, get everything fixed, get some OEM gaskets, and get them put back in here. And hopefully after that, it works the right way. So we shall see what condition these heads are in once I get them to the machine shop. So I went ahead and lubricated all the cylinders with ATF after I got the water out of them. And I'm probably just going to come in here every couple days and check that and make sure it's still saturated. And I might even grab some plastic or some cardboard and just set it over here to make myself feel better about it. But I just want to make sure these cylinders stay lubricated and don't surface rust or flash rust. But the ATF should work great for that. So for now, this is just the way it's going to sit until we get the heads back. All right, let's go see what Chase is up to. I had to get a mode of transportation for the shops because I'm sick of walking back and forth. So you guys can't see it, but I'm on the old Razor scooter. What you doing?
You know, I'm about to trade the solar.
For what?
Goddamn cammed out again.
Don't say 1500.
Alright, cammed out Chevy.
There you go, cammed out Chevy pickup. There you go, brother. Nah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, we kind of took some good parts off of it, and you know, put them on that in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the good parts are your signature, so you got to put them on your other car. There's a Red Bull in this bag for you.
My G.
There you go.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm gonna call you Red Bull.
No, I get the regular. Alright, I'm lowering the Mark II. He brought me his old lowering springs.
Hey.
Thank you so much, bro.
You're welcome, bro.
About to get mine looking cool like yours instead of Grandpa Spect. So we're gonna go ahead and swap these on. If they suck that bad, then I'll just buy coilovers. Alright, so I just finished installing the lowering springs all around on the Mark II. I got those on there with Tane lowering springs, so it should be alright. But I don't know, I think it's honestly gonna be like a little bouncy. But if anything, it's just gonna push me to get coilovers. So now the car doesn't look ugly, right? And it's gonna push me to get what I need, which is coilovers. But I'm about to get this back tire put on and lowered down. I want to turn this around to show you guys real quick. There's the front, right? But I got it jacked up, so it is gonna come up just a tiny bit here in the front. It's done. They fought me a little bit, but it's done. Ta-da! She's a lot lower now. Not as low as I'd want it to be. Probably go down like another inch or so. And then you can see that the back is a little bit higher than the front. But the front was a little bit higher than the back before, and it looked just as goofy. So I'll take this over the way it was before, where it was just floating overall. So now I could start fitting up my 18-inch 3-piece Surbs to it and, you know, comfortably run them without it looking like absolutely horrible. But I think this is gonna drive really poorly. Just taking a guess here. So I'm just gonna order the coilovers. They take 5 to 6 weeks to come in anyways, so I might as well just bite the bullet, get them, and then yeah, I'll just get them out here soon. So, you know, I got free lowering springs for it, so why not? I had nothing to do today. I took the heads off the Suburban yesterday, so now the car can look kind of cool. And I can start fitting up the wheels to it because, you know, on coilovers, it's going to be lower than this. So I can start to figure out, you know, the specs that I need now. So last time you guys saw Chase's cars, he had a white Soarer that he traded his 350Z for, and the R32 that we painted at the same time as me painting the 240. So he went ahead and he traded the R32 for another Soarer, but this one's like mint condition. This is like a 9 out of 10 car right here. It's absolutely beautiful. And then he took the white Soarer, and what did he do with the white Soarer? You traded it for a Duramax?
On today's episode,
a 2500 HD Duramax, bro? Really? The come up is insane. You just went from 25K in vehicles to 40K in vehicles.
that's how you do it.
That's a come up, bro.
Gotta work your way up the ladder, brother.
That's what's up. Dude, you guys don't understand how clean this thing is.
You gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Making all kinds of moves. Although this is the start off 2025, so I gotta do something because I did my trades in 2024.
Come on.
I know. I don't want to get rid of anything though. Like I already traded for the R33 and the Mark II. Like I want to keep everything else, so I need to buy something else and then trade it.
Yeah.
I almost traded the 300ZX down there for a Vert, 240 Vert and a computer,
Okay, that's
but I didn't have a trailer. But now that Chase has a big old truck.
Chase got a trailer.
Oh, well, you got a trailer, but
There we
I
go.
didn't know you at the time.
No, there we go.
Alright, now that it's light out and not dark, I can actually show you guys the Mark II lowered. Like I was saying yesterday, the front's a little bit lower than the back, but whatever. It looks a lot better now than it did before. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and order the BC coilovers, get them on there, and then I'll get my 18-inch Surbs on there. But she drives very not great. Yeah, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now because it's Sunday. I'm gonna work on the house shop for a little bit. Just getting ready to pour the concrete slab, so I'm gonna take you guys there with me, and we're gonna go ahead and work on the concrete slab for a little while. We're gonna lay down the rebar, lay down the vapor barrier, and then make sure it's all good to go. So I might even be deciding where I'm gonna put my lift today. So let's get to it. All right, I'm home now. First things first, gotta go fix the compactor. It rained a lot last week, and the wind blew the cover off the compactor. So there's water in the cylinder. So I gotta go take out the spark plug, get it drained out, and get the compactor running again. All right, I got the spark plug out, so go ahead and just get all that out of there. All right, we can put it back in now. It should work. All right, so I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead and place the lift about 6 feet back from the front wall, so I can have as much of the room back there as possible for anything else I want to set up and do in here. So being 6 feet from the front wall, none of the vehicles I own, other than maybe the Suburban, would be too long for that. So I think that's where we're going to do it. All right, we're digging the 3-foot areas for the lift. It's like 8 feet back of the wall in the middle, and then 5 feet off to this side, 3 feet off to this side from the edges. So we'll have a little bit of room on the sides depending on where the posts land. So we'll see. That's all we can do, right?
Best we can do.
First the underlayment, then the rebar. All right, all the plastic's down. We got it completely taped where all the openings are. And now we're laying down the rebar around the footers, getting it all wired in. And then it'll be inspection time. This man, tying the rebar to the chairs with the ties.
Yep.
Look at that. And then we're getting it poured with fiber reinforced concrete, so we're not going to put any rebar over the Visqueen. All right, there we go. Rebar all around the footers. Got it all tied together. Got the chairs in at every corner. Got the 25-inch rebar overlap. Got the Visqueen taped together with all the vapor barrier tape. Got the spots where the lift is gonna go dug deeper for the concrete. Got everything framed out. Good to go.
Time to pour, baby.
Time to pour. All right, so I picked up this GS300 with Corey a couple months ago. And now that you're all up to speed on that whole adventure, well, today we're gonna pull it apart. I basically got the 2J, Corey got the car. and it's time to pull it out because it needs to go to the junkyard. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and yank this thing out of here, and we'll be done with it. This is the 2J that Chase has been ravaging parts off of for his swords for the last like month and a half. So there's a lot of things missing, but we should be good here. So go ahead and get this out, get the trans off, get it listed on Marketplace, get the coilovers off because I might be able to use these on the Mark II. And yeah, that's what we're doing.
I stood up too fast.
You got a head rush?
Yeah.
I understand. The best, just sit back down. Yep. Just give it a minute. Try again. All right, after a very careful process, we got the front of the GS300 opened up and ready to pull the engine out. Discuss something with you here. You see that? You see this?
Something is moving.
This is a lightweight aluminum crank pulley. Don't put this on your engine. Do not put this on your engine. These are not balanced to the crankshaft. They're not balanced to the flywheel. They're not balanced to the engine. This will cause crank walk and engine failure. I know it looks cool or whatever, but it's not, because blown up failed engines are not cool, especially when it's your own fault. So don't put this on your engine. Just don't do it. If you want to get a different one, get a dampened one, right? Get a dampened one. ATI, they make great dampened crank pulleys. So don't put one of these lightweight, crappy aluminum ones that you get on Amazon on here, unless you don't want your engine to work anymore. Corey, you're supposed to...
That's alright.
Oh no. Corey.
What?
It's Corey.
What's happening?
Corey!
What happened?
Alright, well, Corey wants the differential. Turns out the drive shaft has a guibus. It's a guibo, but I call it a guibus. And it's got a guibus shield too, so he's got to take all this junk off here to get out his differential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will have that.
And then we got to disconnect the transmission, this exhaust pipe right here, and then we're going to yoink this out of here. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. My presence has been requested by Corey, so I'm razor scootering down to his shop. What are you doing, Chase?
All by myself, 100%.
How hard was it?
Really easy.
I'm sure. We did all the hard work yesterday. We just didn't have
You
a chain.
did all the hard work.
It was a joint effort.
There was like two.
What y'all know about the 2JZ easy removal mounts? If you don't care about what you're pulling the JZ out of, you don't even really need to worry about disconnecting the engine mounts. Just lift it and they will come apart. She's dirty as hell. She still looks amazing though. Paint job turned out great. I'm over here trying to take pictures of the car and people keep stopping and telling me how good it looks. There's two different people, like just stopped what they were doing in the middle of traffic just to tell me how cool the car is. That's pretty cool. All right, so we got the JZ all pressure washed. It's cleaner now. It's not completely caked in oil. I can't see any oil because you know it likes to build up like under the oil pan, on top of the oil pan, under the crank stuff, you know, everywhere. If you don't change your valve cover gaskets, there will be oil everywhere, especially with a 2J or any Nissan engine or really any engine at that. So yeah, now that it's cleaner, we're gonna move on and wash our cars. All right, the 240 is clean. I'm gonna go pull it down to my shop and hit it with the blow dryer so I can get all this excess water off. But I might just do a pull down the street back and forth real quick first to get off the majority of it.
On today's episode,
What's up, boys?
We out here, you know, on Zach's channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Where are we out here at?
we're
in
at
Titusville.
Car Meet, you know what I'm saying?
No, we're at
People down
O'Reilly's.
here who,
Sponsor us, O'Reilly's.
the O'Reilly's Car Meet in Dayton. Yeah, I'm saying Dayton.
No, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. At least it's not like, what did you guys think it was going to be, minivans and Honda Accords?
No,
Yeah, and truck.
100%. I was like, it's gonna be 2 Honda Accords, 1 pickup truck. Somebody's gonna have some interest.
Well, there's a pickup truck,
but it's cool.
but it's a D21.
There we go.
Only in Florida do you go to the car meet and the shuttle goes off.
Tell them that's America.
It's a rocket, not a shuttle.
All right, Chase.
I'm right here.
What's up, Elon? Look at that thing.
That's Elon Musk testing them, you know, so he can make the robots.
Only do you go to a car meet in Florida just to have a rocket go off.
Car parts going to outer space.
What? That'd be cool. I'm sure recycled car parts are part of that craft.
Aliens are getting that Tomei exhaust.
100%, bro.
That sounds like a Tomei for sure.
You think my boy Jeff Bezos ain't getting fucking parts at the scrapyard?
Oh, we can
He might be. Alright, well of course something happens. I had my car parked over here so Keith could take some pictures, and I look over and it's just like steaming out of the passenger side of the hood, and I come over here and it turns out that my relay for the E-fans, yeah, the wire like frayed and stopped working, and like I was overheating, so I had to like take it all apart and reconnect it. I can get out. Yeah, I had to like reconnect it, and the wire was only like this long, but it's working now, and luckily everybody here had a bunch of tools. Shout out Tristan and everybody else. What's up? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you guys till you guys get on the highway, and then I'm gonna dip off.
All right, yeah, so now it's working, so we're good, and I got the laptop so I can watch the temperature the whole time. So yeah, hopefully nothing happens on the way back to Palm Bay, so we'll see. Well, I gotta go to Melbourne to the shop, and then I'll get the JZX and I'll go home, but either way, I'll let you guys know what happened.